Excuse me, is this seat taken?
Are you afraid of the first day of school, too?
Yes, I am. All right, all kidding aside, you recognize this guy. Darby Douglas is KHOU 11's human roadmap to getting around in traffic. But when school is in session, the rules of the road change. So just heavier traffic, period. And of course, on Monday, we could have a lot of rain as well.
Well, I don't even know if anybody's going to be going to school on Monday. There's going to be so much rain. I mean, you had Cheetah on earlier, and what, we could have 20 inches of rain in this town?
And HISD is the state's largest school district, the 7th largest, I think, in the nation.
Yeah.
So, stay tuned to KHOU 11 News in the morning because you might not be going to school. Any of the kids might not.
But if we assume that we are going to school, which probably could happen, yeah, traffic on the roadways, it's already gotten back because some of the schools have already gone back into session. So already seeing heavier traffic on the west side. Now, the rest of town, come Monday morning, since HISD is going to be cranking up, the rest of town is going to be a mess. And we just recommend right out of the gate, give yourself extra time to get where you need to go. And of course, watch out for the kids.
Yeah, leave early or leave early. All right, let's go through some of the rules because some of the rules are different in different school districts and all types of things. Some things are standard across the country. There are 633 school zone crashes last year, according to TxDOT.
That's like 2 a day.
Yeah,
I mean, you're having 2 a day almost.
Distracted drivers, failure to control speed, failure to yield stop signs. You can see all this right here. And in some cases, and it's a kind of a two-way street. You got to talk to your kids as well for your kids to pay attention because I think a lot of times, wow. Yeah, see, they didn't see each other coming, right? And he thought he could beat that car.
Oh, that would be me.
Wow. Yeah, and unfortunately, sometimes they end in fatalities. But again, the key is, like that person's walking across the road texting. It's like kids got to pay attention and look out for themselves, and drivers can't be texting. They got to look out for themselves as well.
And you know, kids do not pay attention. They don't.
Yeah.
So
you got to
watch out for them.
Yeah.
Because if you hit one, even if it's their fault, it's going to be your fault.
Yeah, okay, because fines can double if you're over the 20-mile-an-hour speed limit.
As soon as you get into a school zone, everything doubles as far as fines go.
Yeah. This is the tough part too, is that you pay attention because the times vary. Like I literally, our producer Laura drove around within a 1-mile area and found that 7:15 to 8:15 in one place, the other place is 7:15 to 9 a.m. or 7:30 to 9 a.m. You got to look at those
That's right.
signs.
Well, elementary schools start at different times than junior highs, which start at a different time than high schools. So yeah, and they're usually around each other. So yeah, you can have 3 different school zones within a mile.
Yeah. Okay. There's no handheld cell in some areas.
That's
some
right.
areas say you can't even do hands-free. So when do we know what applies where?
You know, you're just better off just not using your cell phone. Even if you have hands-free, just don't use it. Because if a police officer goes by and you don't know the law and he sees you mouthing, you could get pulled over. And the fines again, and those school zones are huge.
Yeah, the other thing that some people don't pay attention to, and I realize that, especially in Houston, we have people moving here from around the world.
That's right.
And rules may be different even from around state to state or city to city. For example, let's look at school buses. When the school bus comes up and they put out that stop sign, what you need to do. You
need to stop. Do not go around a school bus. Just stop. Even if you're not sure whether you can go or not, just stop.
Yeah.
You're not going to be there very long. And plus, as soon as that arm comes open, kiddos can get off the bus. And you know, Deborah, you've got kiddos too.
Yeah.
Little kids, they like to just run, and they run rampant. And they will just disappear.
They're going
the
where they need to go, right?
And you won't see them. They'll just pop out from nowhere. So you're much better off.
So that was a 2-lane earlier that we looked at, but this is multi-lanes. If you see a bus on the other side and you're on the far lane, do you need to stop as well?
Well, if you've got the little left turn lane there, I think you still have to stop. It's only if you have a median. If there's a median, then you're not required to stop, but I would stop anyway. It can't hurt to stop.
Yeah. All right. We talked a little bit earlier about using phones, but texting, no texting, September 1st, the law.
Thank goodness. I mean, especially in the school zone. I mean, I see people texting on their phone driving down the freeway all the time. You can always tell when somebody's on their phone because they're the one doing the speed limit.
Yeah. Right.
Because they're not looking forward, they're looking down doing the speed limit. So it's September 1st, when you're in a school zone, do not be texting. I think the first fine is like $100, and after that it's like $200 every time you get hit for that. But the thing is, it's not really about the fine, it's about if you're not looking up, you're going to hit somebody, and it's going to be my kiddo, and I can't have that happen.
Yeah,
I've got to watch out for my kiddo.
All right, and then just carpool etiquette. Like, I had to ask a friend of mine, is it ever correct to eat all of your child's snacks before you pick them up?
Yes.
And it's not, actually. It's like, Mom, I'm hungry. Can I have some snacks? Oh,
bad dad.
Yeah, look between the seats. Look between the seats. I happen to believe, I'm digressing here, but I think that when you have a young child and you buy a car, they should have cars that have like yellow-orange back seats so that it matches your gold Goldfish and your Cheez-Its. And then that way, yes. And then when they get to a certain age where they no longer need the car seat and everything, then you can put your regular car seat in there. So that's just someone's going to invent that, and it came from me. Okay? All right. Carpool etiquette. You know, it differs by school, but, you know, get off the phone again.
Stay off your phone.
Teach your kids to load and unload quickly. You know how that was.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. I remember one time they had to pull my child out of the car. He's like, I don't want to go. And they're like,
you know, it was always easy for me because I would drive the kids to school because the hours I keep. And my kids didn't want to be in the car with me any longer than they had to be. So I rolled up, bye, Dad.
Just out.
I love you. Bye. You know, they're just gone.
No cutting in line, people. For some of you, it was your first carpool.
Yeah, I hated that.
Yeah, no cutting in line. Because at the end of the day, as many schools will tell you, you're not that special. The kids are. But
I mean, she is.
No.
You're not.
No.
She is.
My son was always surprised at where we were going every weekday morning. I'm like, we're going to school, remember? It's like, oh, again?
What? Really?
Did we go yesterday?
They keep giving me work, Mom. Stop that.
Let me wrap up with, you're going to have a very busy next few days.
Yeah.
And as we know in Houston, there are the usual suspects of what's going to happen when we have a lot of rain. Allen Parkway is one of them.
Well, yeah, because if Buffalo Bayou goes out of its banks, and with all the rain we're getting, all the creeks and bayous all go into Buffalo Bayou. So if we're going to get 20 inches of rain, it's going to flood out. And that means Allen Parkway will go under just about like that. If it gets any worse, then the Katy Freeway, you know, just inside the loop, that little dip there under the railroad tracks, that goes second, and then downtown will go.
Richmond, 45, 288.
The usual suspects on the North Freeway around North Main, that will go underwater completely. And it'll be that way for days if we get as much rain as they're talking about.
And if you have a flight in or a flight out, good luck.
Check your airline. And then all those low underpasses like the Katy Freeway at the tollway. If the pumps quit working or we get so much rain, it can only pump so many inches an hour out. You get too much, that goes underwater. Like the last time we had all the rain, if you were coming from the airport off the Hardy Toll Road down to the Beltway, that was all completely underwater.
Yeah, when you and I were on the morning news together, I remember people would call us and say, we're trying to see if our flight has been canceled. And we go, did you hear the guy who called earlier? He's a pilot and he can't get to the airport, right? So chances are, yeah,
and I'm really not expecting that because it looks like the way they've got it scheduled now, you're talking Saturday night, that's when it starts getting really dicey.
So not during the high flight times.
Saturday night through Tuesday is just going to be a big mess. And of course, just stay tuned right here and we'll get you where you need to go.
All right, Darby, thank you very much. And by the way, let me just say, oh good, he turned it around. I was going to say, who told you to carry the A&M? Because I went to
Deborah and I, we both did
hook 'em horns. All right. We'll never be in the dark with your morning commute. You can catch Darby and the entire KHOU morning team every weekday morning from 4:30 to 7 a.m. right here on Channel 11. And for more information, you can go to greatdayhouston.com.